students. In the previous class we have seen the discovery of electron. Now today let us discuss about charge to mass ratio of electron. So means what here? Charge means J.J. Thomson mainly they have measured. So who has measured? J.J. Thomson measured EMI E by M ratio of the electron basing upon some points. So what is the first point is nothing but here how much greater will be the charge, that much on the particle, that much greater will be the deflection. So when electric and magnetic field is applied, what I have told you in the cathode rays, when electric and magnetic field is applied, automatically the cathode rays will move negatively charged particles. So whenever we are getting negatively charged particles, what happens? That when we call it as electrons. So in the presence of electric and magnetic field, what we can say? In the presence of electric and magnetic field, the charge will be greater on the particle, and also the deflection will be also greater. So whatever light we are getting, so that one will be also greater. So if charge is greater, deflection is greater. Under which property? In the presence of electric and magnetic field. So lighter the mass, if suppose the mass of the particle is very light, then also the lighter the mass, greater will be the reflection. So means what here? The deflection of electrons from its original path increases, voltage also increases. If suppose electrons are increasing, deflection of electrons are increasing, then voltage also increases. From these above points, what J.J. Thomson has determined means the value of charge of mass ratio has some value. So how he has determined? Let us see. Deflection of electron increases whenever the negative charge particle increases, automatically the current is also increasing. Means what here? The voltage is also increased. So what he had told 3 points, in the presence of electric and magnetic field, charge will be greater, automatically the deflection will be also greater. If the mass will be decreased, then also the deflection will be greater. So by this what we can say, the deflection of electron will be increasing, then current is also increasing. So by seeing these 3 points, J.J. Thomson has given one value for the charge to mass ratio, that is so what is the charge? What is the value he has given? 1.75 8820 into 10 to the power 11 coulombs per kg. So this is the value they have given. So now charge to electron. Okay. So this is about charge to mass ratio. Now let us discuss about charge to electron. So charge to electron means what here? Mulliken. We can say Mulliken. So Mulliken have described the oil drop experiment, if you have observed or not. What he has determined? Oil drop experiment. And also he explains about hybridization. So oil drop experiment. So the charge of the electron can be discovered by the Mulliken, we can say, by carefully measuring the effects of electric field to the movement of many droplets charged on the oil drops. So here there will be some charge, that is 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulombs for electron. He has given the value like this. How we have got this value? Because so by measuring the effects of electrical field on movement of oil drop, charge on the oil drop was always an integral multiple of 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. So once again I am saying, see here, Mulliken, what he has says means he has carefully measured the electrical field on the movement of many droplets. For example, if you have taken oil drop, so there will be many droplets. So whenever the droplets are moving, that one has measured under the electrical field on the charge. So was always and what here? Integral multiple. Integral multiple is nothing but what? So for example, if you take ME, so this is the nothing but E by ME. So means what? The charge value what I have told you here, 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 divided by. So we have seen that E by M value what here? 1.758820 into 10 to the power 11 coulomb per kg. Yes or no? So then by doing this we are getting value 9.1094 into 10 to the power minus 31 kg. So this is the way he has calculated the charge to electron. So now let us discuss about discovery of protons and neutrons. Discovery of proton and neutron. Now let us discuss about this. Generally protons was discovered by whom? Proton was discovered by Goldstein. So which is having a positively charged atom. In cathode discharge tube, he had observed that formation of anode rays also. So the rays also termed as positive rays, or we can say canal rays. Positive or canal rays. So what Goldstein has observed here? Goldstein has observed what here? He has observed in discharge tube is nothing but there will be a anode rays, means the cathode is moving towards anode. So whenever the rays is traveling towards anode, that one we call it as what here? Positive charge. Anode will get positive charge, cathode will get negative charge. So this positive rays is also known as canal rays. And coming to neutron. Neutron who has discovered? Neutron was discovered by James Chadwick. Okay. So based on nuclear reaction. So means what? By bombarding with a thin layer sheet of beryllium by alpha particles. So means what here? Beryllium is bombarded with alpha particles. So whenever in a nuclear reaction, so these two are bombarding. So automatically what happens means, so there will be a mass very light which is greater than protons were emitted. Means what? Particles are named as what here? Neutrons, which is not having any charge. So 9b4, it is atomic number, this is mass number. Okay. So 4 helium 2. Alpha particles is nothing but helium. So it is giving carbon. So means what here? Some neutron particles. So neutron was what he has said means neutron was discovered by James Chadwick. So here based upon nuclear reaction he has discovered. So whenever beryllium is bombarding with alpha particles, so automatically what happens? These neutral particles having mass which is higher than the proton. So proton is having mass. This one is also having mass. So but coming to here, this neutron molecules is having more mass compared to the proton. So because of that reason, so these protons are eliminated. Then the particles are named as what here? Neutrons. So this is nothing but proton, neutron. So this proton is having some of the properties let us discuss. So here, as we have seen in the electron, so here electron we have seen some properties. Yes or no? Cathode rays travel through anode rays. But coming to here, anode rays travel in a straight line, and there are material, and these are, we call it as what here, material particles. So in the absence of electric and magnetic field, what we can say, anodes will travel in very straight line. So these anodes are positively charged. How we will be saying this is a positively charged? Why? Because we are applying here, anode is a positive charge in the presence of external magnetic field. We are applying outside magnetic field. So because of the outside magnetic field, this anode is a positive charge, and also it affects the photographic plate here. And coming to here, charge to mass ratio, where E is nothing but charge, M is nothing but mass. So the E by M value of these rays will be smaller compared to electrons. So what happens? These rays are very small, and this value depends upon, for this is nature of the gas, mainly depends on oxygen, methane gas, nitrogen gas. Okay, so here this anode rays, whatever it is there, this value mainly depends upon what? Nature of the gas. And also here E by M value of anode rays is maximum, we can say very large we are having. So whenever the gas is present, automatically what happens? The E by M value will increase. So it will increase when gas is present. Automatically we can say, for example, hydrogen. So we can take H2 gas. Okay, so whenever the hydrogen is filled in balloons, if you have seen, so if suppose if you fill a hydrogen gas, automatically what happens? It will become blast. Why? Because there will be an increase. And also by the ionization of hydrogen under low pressure, the particles are discovered with charge +1 and mass +1. They are called what here? Protons. So what we can say, by the ionization or dissociation. By dissociation or ionization of hydrogen at low pressure, so what we are getting? Charge is +1 and mass is also +1. So by this what we can say, they are called protons. So this is nothing but discovery of protons and neutrons. Thank you.